Tantor Audio, a division of recorded books, presents Tiger Battalion 507, Eyewitness Accounts from Hitler's Regiment, edited by Helmut Schneider, translated by Jeffrey Brooks, foreword by Robert Forzik, narrated by Chris Macdonnell. Foreword. During the course of the Second World War, the German Wehrmacht formed a total of 15 heavy tank battalions, Schwere Panzer Abteilung, equipped with Tiger or King Tiger heavy tanks, 12 for the Heer Army and 3 for the Waffen-SS. In the decades since the war, a number of excellent memoirs from former Tiger tank crews have appeared, including Otto Carius's Tigers in the Mud and Richard von Rosen's Panzer Ace. In addition, several unit histories about the various Tiger tank battalions have also been published. Helmut Schneider's Tiger Battalion 507 is a mix of diary entries, veteran accounts, and contextual overview, which follows the men of Schwere Panzer Abteilung 507 from the unit's formation in October 1943 to its eventual dissolution in April 1945. Schneider's Tiger Battalion 507 is based on contributions from about a dozen different battalion veterans, mostly compiled in the period 1982 to 90. Schneider himself was an Unteroffizier, non-commissioned officer in the battalion in 1943 to 4, serving as a driver, gunner, and briefly as a tank commander. Other veterans who contributed accounts served in a variety of roles, including as tank crewman and in the workshop Werkstatt company. The initial chapter lays out the organization of the battalion in great detail, including its support elements. By the time that Schwere Panzer Abteilung 507 began forming, the Third Reich was already hard-pressed on all fronts, and the veterans' accounts note the chaotic pace at which the battalion was formed in Germany and Holland, then shipped forthwith to the Eastern Front in March 1944. The battalion was literally deployed from its rail cars and sent directly into its first battle, the attempted relief of the encircled Tarnopol garrison. The Tarnopol action was fought under extremely adverse conditions, in freezing cold temperatures that made the inside of the Tigers feel just like a refrigerator. Nevertheless, the battle managed to spearhead an advance that pushed through Soviet lines and inflicted heavy losses on the enemy. However, the German veterans do not mention that the mission ended in failure. The relief effort never reached Tarnopol, and the 4,000-man garrison was annihilated. Indeed, like many German veterans' accounts, the emphasis is placed more on damage inflicted on the enemy rather than the fact that the Wehrmacht was being steadily pushed back towards the Reich. The combat accounts and vignettes presented in Tiger Battalion 507 are first-rate and quite candid. One veteran mentions backing his tank up too fast and accidentally running over some German infantry who did not get out of the way in time. Tank versus tank combat is described in fast-paced terms, with enemy shells whizzing by or slamming into the Tiger's thick armored hide, while German gunners frantically train their sights on multiple opponents, knocking each out in turn. Although many of the crews were quite young, Schwere Panzer Abteilung 507 had a solid core of veterans who held the battalion together and took a terrible toll on the enemy. In one 3-day period in January 1945, the battalion was credited with knocking out 136 Soviet tanks. It is also interesting to see the personal side of war through the eyes of the men in Schwere Panzer Abteilung 507, who linger thoughtfully on comrades killed in action or other small incidents, including some humorous ones. At one point, Schneider was disturbed that a sweater his mother gave him was torn to ribbons by enemy fire. Elsewhere, German tankers are overjoyed to find bacon hidden by peasants. Such are the simple joys and frustrations of frontline life. One of the more intriguing aspects of Tiger Battalion 507 is the emphasis on the maintenance elements. The book has many photos and accounts of repair work in the field, which is not always present in armor unit histories. As a former
Sample complete. Ready to continue?